Hey guys, so we are back with another video. I posted a really small video, short video I should say, about this Mustang, and this is the XK-A280 Mustang. And so far I've been flying this airplane a lot and I love it. You guys have seen me out here crashing the Trojan, and I figured I might as well show you guys some, I guess, real flying. I don't know if I could call it real flying because it's a gyro or whatever, but this one just takes off and lands really smooth. I have not had a problem with this so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this XK-A280 Mustang, we're going to fly it with standard prop. Then, I'm going to do something special here. I'm going to take this. This is a Gemfan. This is a Gemfan 7x5 two-bladed prop. What I've been told is that a two-bladed prop actually functions much better on this Mustang than the stock four-bladed prop. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to fly with the standard prop as I'm used to, then we're going to put the two-bladed prop on, and we're going to see what does a new prop mean better. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the battery. Typically with planes, you want to plug in the battery after you plug in your transmitter, but with this one, the instructions specifically say to plug in the battery first. I had an issue with the ESC port over here. I believe where the gyro is in the back. That port became loose. So what I had to do was I had to re-plug it back in, and then I had to apply a little bit of hot glue to make sure that that sticks and stays. So what I'm going to do is, and now the power system works, so everything should be perfectly fine. So basically I'm going to start the plane. Yep, and now I got my remote. So this is a Ms. Kentucky State edition. So just gotta, and this thing isn't powerful enough to hurt you really. I mean, anything can, but it comes with the lights. I typically, when it's bright out like this, I like to leave the lights off. This transmitter receiver combo, it's kind of finicky. Sometimes it doesn't respond immediately, but it flies very smoothly. So I'm going to take it out to the runway, and then we're going to see how the stock prop works on this thing. Okay, I am recording. Just wanted to double check and make sure. That's pretty stable once you get used to it. So, and it's a beautiful day out here today. So I figured why not get some airtime and see if I can get a good video of it. So here we go. What? I plugged my ESC in backwards, so let me switch that back around. Don't forget, guys, plug your ESC in the right way the first time. That's weird how the black does not go to black on this, but hey, I didn't design this. Okay, it's not perfect, but may just get the job done. Come on. Okay. So, got that here. Wait, oh, no wires sticking out, please. No wires sticking out. All right. So here we go. And it flies really slow, which is great for me. I'm going to turn the dual rates on. I prefer the dual rates. That's very nice. It's very nice. It's very slow. It's almost like flying a drone. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. It's very easy to control. I'm a little above half throttle. I'm going to bring up the throttle some because I feel a breeze. That feels really great. Little low. Bring her up some. Not that way, please. I think I'm about 75, 80% throttle. I'm going to do a high-speed pass here in a second. Okay, now I'm at full throttle. I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm at full throttle. It's beautiful. It's still very slow, but, you know, it's easy to fly. So now I'm going to loop back around and I'm going to come in for landing. And then maybe I'll try it with the 3G, 3S mode. I like it in that mode. Well, it has a tendency to do that, but I call that landing. Okay, so that was in the 6G mode. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to 3D, and I'm going to keep the dual rates on because I prefer this mode. It's a lot of fun, but it's difficult in the wind. So here we go. Oh, easy on there, pal. Now I have full aileron control. It will not stabilize for me, or well, it will not roll itself back over. So I must turn my ailerons. All it will do is counteract that wind some. Won't keep it from stalling, like I almost did there. So I must fly this like a normal plane, pretty much. Makes it harder, but it's well worth it if you want to do crazy maneuvers. This thing, I'm going to get her a little higher and then maybe try to do like a barrel roll or something. Ooh,
I was a little close for comfort there. It just immediately wanted to nosedive the minute I went into a roll. So yes, that's very easy to control. Yeah, a little rusty at this, but there we go. That's a nice turn, nice smooth turn. Still getting used to it. Let me bring her in closer so you guys can see. Maybe do a high-speed pass. Nope, not quite. Let's bring her up. The wind is kicking in, so you don't want to be too close to the ground whenever that happens. Now I'm at full throttle. Nearly full throttle. There we go. That's a full speed pass. Kinda. I don't want to bring her in like that now. So I'm going to bring her in now. And, not like that, but I'm going to bring her in and then we're going to try the two-bladed propeller. And I'm not going to use the single rate mode just because it's difficult. It will not bank. It will not turn if you have it in the single rate. So, oh, and I crashed it. So, anyways, two-blade prop. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to start by taking off the prop. Remember, don't quit your day job, guys. Crashing planes, that's where the money is spent. The Trojan does not fly as well as this. I have no idea if that's because it doesn't have a gyro. I have no idea if that's because it's I'm just a bad flyer or anything like that. I feel like I was doing okay with this. I mean, I did crash this thing just a second ago, so maybe I could work a little bit on that. I have no idea if that thing's going to come back, but let's talk about this. So anyways, it just screws on like that. Now I'm going to use the thing that came in the kit, which is a wrench. And I could have installed the fuel cells, is what they're called. They look like bomb pods, kind of, but they are indeed fuel cells. So I leave those off the wings just because apparently they weigh these things down a lot. So I'm just gonna fly without it. I dropped my nut in there, so hopefully I can get that back. Okay, yeah, okay, got that. This thing is way easier to fly. It's a lot of fun. I don't know what is wrong with the Trojan, but we'll see. We will see. So these do not have a notch the same way that does, and it looks like I'll need an adapter for this. I did not balance these yet, but I don't think it's that critical on this little engine. This engine is basically like a laptop cooler engine. So, not to discredit balancing props. You guys should always balance your props whenever you get the chance to do so. But right now, I am in the middle of the field, so I don't have my prop balancer. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. Oops, where did that go? Okay. Where did my thing go? Here, okay. And I think like that is how those are supposed to be installed. That looks right. should fit really snug on there because I don't want that to come off. Maybe another one's supposed to go on the front. That could be the case. I don't know. I just bought this off of Amazon. Sight unseen. Okay. I don't know why I would ever need to install 2 of these on. It's a little weird. And I, for one, do not feel like buying a bunch of other stuff for this. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So that doesn't even fit on, like, it's not the same length. Okay. So I'm going to use another adapter on the back of that. Just give me 1 second. But essentially you have to make sure that you put on enough adapters so that way it will work. That's the idea here. Okay, pull this off. Was that my biggest adapter? It can't be. Well, better question is, does it matter? I mean, there's no spacers for these at all. Okay, so what I wound up doing, I just put it on there and I just put the nut on in front here. I know it's not pressing up against it or anything. I think it feels tight enough to where it's going to pull this. It's a very light plane, but again, don't try this at home. Get some washers for this. You'll save yourself some heartache. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some electrical tape on 2 of the prop holes for the spinner. Because I don't have a 2-bladed spinner for these. I don't actually know where you can get a 2-bladed spinner for these. So essentially, just going to put it over like that. And that should be good enough. Maybe put some on the inside if you really feel that bad about it, but I think that should be okay. And the wind seems to be kicking up a bit, but that's okay. Who cares? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put some electrical tape on the inside of that because in case this eats grass again, which this thing does do sometimes. It does, but it's kind of like this plane is, it's not really the plane's fault, it's kind of my fault for crashing it, which I guess you could say about any plane, but this one in particular, it's very easy to fly. So yeah, I'm just going to put some electrical tape here on there. Looks ugly. Well, maybe make it look better than that. Looks ugly, but it'll get the job done. Essentially, I want all that air to go over it. Actually, you know what? I think it looks better without that on the inside, like that. So now I have a 2-bladed spinner for the XK Mustang. So I'm going to put this on. It's going to fit, right? Well, not exactly. It's not perfect. Okay, so I tried updating the spinner, or well, I'm sorry, I tried putting in different screws for the spinner. None of these seem to work in here at all that came with the plane. So in short, you will have to adapt this spinner if you want to use a spinner on this. For the sake of time and for the sake of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to use this two-bladed spinner without, or this two-bladed prop without the spinner, and I'm just going to see how it performs as is. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we go. First try with the two-blade propeller. Okay, so immediately it feels straighter. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like it wants to fly straighter. And I feel like I still have a lot more headroom on this thing. This is in the 6G mode. With dual rates on, I believe. And okay, dual rates are on. Let me see if I can do a high-speed pass. Ooh, yeah, I feel like I have a lot more headroom when it comes to speed. It also feels like it wants to go up more. I don't know if that's because I'm missing the spinner or if that's just because of the prop, but ooh, yeah. Now it's flying more like a plane and less like a drone. That wind is nothing today. I don't know why I didn't switch to this before. This is actually pretty good. I guess I just didn't like the ugly look. I always thought two blades looked ugly. When I'm flying a model plane, I want it to look like the original one, but you know? Wow. That's pretty cool. Okay. A little close for comfort there, but so I'm going to switch it into 3D mode here once I come back around. Okay, and now I'm in 3D mode. Full aileron control. Please do not crash with that prop. I do feel the wind. I feel it. But I feel like I could just glide through it. Like, wow. Don't know why I elevated there, but okay. Full throttle. Wow. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to put it back into 6G mode. I guess safe mode is what it is now. So I'm going to bring her in on the next go around. I crashed. It was just hovering. Wow. It wants to just glide. It wants to just hover now. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, I don't even need to go that fast now for her to keep enough power to stay in the air. Let me try that landing again. I call that a landing. Well, the consensus is, if you have an XK Mustang, get you one of these. This prop is just amazing in comparison to the other one. Again, I'm not sponsored by the Will Toys or whoever made this, or Gemfan, but this Gemfan, it's a 7x5 E. It's a glass fiber nylon electric gray 2CCW, and it works amazing. I'm surprised how much of a difference a two-bladed prop makes. I didn't know that was how it was going to work. I think I'll actually adapt a spinner for this, for 2 blades, and then have another one for 4 blades, and that way I can switch between the 2 of them and, you know, get used to it. I like the look of the 4-blade prop, so that's the reason why I haven't really gone to a 2-blade prop. I think it looks ugly, but in person it looks a lot better and flies a lot better. So that's all for today, guys. So don't forget, never quit your day job, and I'll see you guys next time.